Over the last few weeks, Fortnite was supposed to launch their greatest chapter of all time, but things are going up in flames. Some of these updates are so dumb, I'll be impressed if you watch all the way through Chapter 4's biggest L's, and that starts with Epic deleting everything. Across the island, there's only a single boss to fight, and while he used to drop 2 mythics, the best weapon was removed, turning the ageless into the useless. First Deku Smash, then hurdling, and now this? And even though it's back, at this rate, there's gonna be nothing new in, well, a new chapter. There's also been some shady decisions happening behind the scenes, and the best example is weekly challenges. They're now limited to 7 days, and if you don't complete them in time, they're gone forever. No more grinding at the end of a season, players always need to be on standby. Now, Chapter 4 has an amazing feature that started out great, but got ruined by some huge problems. Perks have been game-changing, but one thing Fortnite forgot to add was a way to turn them off. If you want balloons, guess what? Now you got them all game. Same goes for soaring sprints, where you'll be stuck jumping in slow motion, or even aerialist, which forces you to glide whenever you spam jump. It's annoying, Epic, please help us out. And that isn't even the worst problem, because the game is pretty much unplayable. From login issues to the entire loot pool being broken, Fortnite is having a bad start to 2023. Epic tried to fix everything with an emergency update this week, but it really didn't help all that much. It was supposed to fix the hammer and hurdling, not make it worse. Over the years, some of the most famous characters haven't been skins, but instead POIs, like Truckosaurus or the Rock family. Now, there's no stories like this. It was part of Fortnite's whole charm, having something to follow around week after week, but Chapter 4 has nothing. That's unless you're loaded, because Fortnite locked a storyline skin behind a $500 paywall, and people are not happy. Hunmaster Saber was a boss on the Chapter 3 island, and when his skin got leaked, players could not wait to get their hands on it. That's only for Epic to reveal the Gilded Hunter Xbox. There is no other way to get this skin. You seriously gotta fork out $500 if you want them. Maybe you were lucky enough to get an Xbox for Christmas, and well, during this time, we were all prepared for the first Winterfest of Chapter 4, and after so many disappointing events, it was the right time to blow everyone away. Maybe we should have looked at the pattern. It started with No Sweat Summer, which turned out to be a total disaster, followed by Fortnitemares that was remembered for Pickle Rick instead of the actual Halloween collab. And so when Winterfest rolled around, I guess we should have seen it coming. Not only was it kind of a letdown, but the whole thing was removed a week early. So even when an event goes to plan, Fortnite still finds a way to drop the ball, and I guess more specifically, the Dragon Ball. This collab had amazing challenges, and everyone was excited to complete them until a few months later, when these supposedly exclusive rewards just appeared in the item shop. Another one of the most frustrating features has been built-in cosmetics, which force you to wear a skin just to use them. Whether it's a pickaxe that's locked behind an outfit or an exclusive emote, players just want to mix and match, and many feel this is ruining the point of Fortnite. Not as much as changing the storyline though without telling us. We've had events like Collision where there's a massive cliffhanger leaving everybody on the edge of their seats, and then it's like nothing happened. Fortnite swept it under the rug. What is it until months later that a comic book fills in huge gaps that didn't really line up with the event at all, and they even killed off a member of the Seven, something most players will never know about. Speaking of dying, one of Fortnite's most unique modes has completely fallen off, and it makes no sense. Party Royale was supposed to be the main hub of concerts and mini games, but Epic completely abandoned it. Instead, it's full of people doing interesting emotes. For the past year, concerts have been hosted in creative mode, leaving Party Royale behind. They killed off imposters in Battle Lab, but this mode is still standing, and the only reason I can think of is the upcoming Kid Leroy concert. Leaks are saying that it's scheduled for the end of the month, which could either revive Party Royale or dig its grave even deeper. Fortnite also forgot to update the list of exotics. Chapter 4 has brought some back, but they're way too expensive, the abilities aren't as cool as they used to be, and there's nothing new. It makes a lot of sense for Epic to add more exotics because right now, perks make them look boring, especially when regular items like the Shockwave Hammer are 10 times more fun. For 3 months, Fortnite was constantly building up Chapter 3's most powerful villain, who also turned out to be the most disappointing. Towards the end of Season 4, there's an evil presence called the Nothing, as well as the Herald. Not only was she killed off instantly, but the Nothing was entirely ignored, with no explanation ever given. To this day, no one knows anything about these villains when they were supposed to reveal so much. And this was all thanks to the most hated live event in years, which left more questions than answers. Everyone's saying that Fracture was basically a chore simulator, and most people just wanted it to end so something interesting could happen. But it doesn't help that there was a deleted scene that explained more in 5 seconds than the event did in 30 minutes. Could be because they ran out of money. It turns out Epic Games just lost $500 million for deceptive business practices. They're one of the most respected developers out there, and we all love Epic, but they seriously messed up with this one. The FTC revealed that Fortnite broke the law, and this was before they added refund tokens or a cancel purchase button. Apparently, they made it way too easy for kids to buy skins, and the FTC wasn't exactly happy. They took $500 million, the biggest fine in history, and half of it is going back to players. But that still won't fix a big criticism that's been haunting Fortnite for years. Some of the most popular items have been the Silver Surfer Board, Unibeam, and Spidey's web shooters. So when things like the Grapple Glove or the Nimbus Cloud arrived, they seem way too familiar. I mean, now that I think about it, so does Deku Smash. Basically, the community isn't happy that they keep on reskinning items and acting like they're brand new. We're also wondering why Fortnite abandoned special cosmetics. In the past, you could buy a pet back bling or a toy emote, and these were even in a battle pass. Whether it was doing a bottle flip challenge or bringing your dog to the fight, they were always worth picking up. And then Epic just stopped making them one day and never looked back. The pet button was eventually added, but it's literally just your character holding their arm out. All I'm saying is I wish they got a little more love, but it looks like pets are now reserved for collabs like Among Us, Baby Yoda, and Rocket Raccoon. Still doesn't answer the mystery behind Fortnite's rarest emotes, which came back after years only to be removed an hour later. Epic did this 2 days in a row with no explanation or apology. This created a ton of drama with players who considered themselves OG, and then when the item shop got removed, the other side of the player base were angry for missing out. I mean, sometimes I feel like they can't win. But Fortnite even found a way to mess up the most basic part of the game. Over the years, they have completely changed Battle Royale and forced everyone to play with custom rules. One of the most controversial examples is Fortnitemares, when BR turned into infected mode, and instead of dying, you became a shadow instead. More recently, this happened with Zero Build, which was forced upon everyone for a few days. Not exactly as hated as zombies, but still, people are terrified of what's gonna happen next in Chapter 4. It's not even the worst way Epic could spoil the game. Fortnite's main characters were leaked years in advance. Every few months, Epic releases a survey full of concept art, and it reveals hundreds of cosmetics. Since then, the Origin, Herald, even Jenna were shown months before they appeared in-game. Almost every battle pass has been full of skins we already knew about, and it's ruining the surprise. There's a Rift Warden character who's releasing on January 18th, and for all we know, this survey probably has them hiding in plain sight. This next L may actually turn into a W, because mobile players have been unable to use Fortnite for years, and that is changing. Epic were so dedicated to fighting Apple, they sacrificed millions of accounts who are still in Chapter 2 to this day. Luckily, there's good news, because Tim Sweeney is teasing a return to iOS in 2023. But this is the same guy who said Creative 2.0 was coming out last year, so I guess we'll wait and see. Yeah, modding was actually supposed to be in our hands by now. Despite promises by Tim, it's now 2023, and the Unreal editor for Fortnite is still unreleased. There was gonna be an announcement stream, but it was riddled with technical issues. We are still holding out hope for Creative 2.0 this month, but chances are it might get delayed again. Something that's never coming back is the Imposters mode, which was one of the best LTMs Fortnite has ever made. There was some controversy between Epic and the developers of Among Us, but it was cleared up and we assume this mode was here to stay. They even added updates throughout the year, introducing proximity chat and an unreleased vent system. That's why it was shocking when Imposters was deleted out of nowhere in August 2022, with Epic confirming it'll never be coming back because they're now working on other projects. I mean, let's be honest, we're all fine waiting if it means we get the absolute best product, but I don't think that applies to the item shop. Recently, some collabs have been pretty odd to say the least. People have called out Epic for selling reskins to milk fans for as much money as possible. You like the Venom skin? Well, here's a different Venom. Want the Mr. Beast bundle? Too bad you gotta buy both skins separately. And then there's the Fortnite FC pack, which was just old crossovers and soccer jerseys. Now, honestly, much love to Epic for everything they do. I don't want to come across as spoiled. I just think it's important we talk about this stuff so it can get fixed. Hope you all enjoyed. It's been Tommy. Keep it here on Top 5 Gaming.